Digital inclusion. Brasstown. Hello World. Beeline Reader. Akabox. Mephos. Hive Online. And JumpToPC.
Hi, I'm Naledi, and I'm the co-founder of Brasstown. And what we do is simple. We connect the unconnected. The internet is used primarily for three things across the world: access to information, markets, or to socialize. In Africa, the vast majority of the population have their first interaction with the internet on a mobile phone. But what you find throughout Africa is that 77% of mobile phone users use feature phones, meaning they can't access the advantages that come with the opportunities that come with being connected to the internet. But what if you could provide the power of the internet to everyone, regardless of the kind of phone they can afford? This is exactly what we do at Brasstown. We enable access to the internet without the need for expensive data plans or smartphones. This is how our solution works. Busi is a smallholder farmer. She uses a feature phone, and normally she would have to travel 100 kilometers to access the latest information on how to improve her crop yields. When she wants to sell produce, she would have to travel another 60 kilometers without proper knowledge of market prices. And if she wants advice about the best practices from friends or just wants to chat, she would need to spend a large percentage of her daily earnings on phone credit. With one of our solutions, mAgri, Busi can do all of these things without having to leave her village or spend much money. For just 3 cents a day, she simply dials a short code on her feature phone, connects to our mAgri platform, and now has access to dedicated knowledge base for farming, Wikipedia, social media platforms, chat, and other internet-based applications. And if Busi struggles to read, she can even interact with our platform using voice prompts. At Brasstown, we have applications not only in agricultural services, but in healthcare and legal services as well. Busi is not our only user. We have reached more than 1 million users in Botswana and the DRC and are currently scaling to Cameroon, Ethiopia, Guinea, and Mali. Not only does our solution have social impact, but it is also completely self-sustaining. Given our low prices and our high number of users, we have generated nearly $1.5 million in revenue in the last 12 months and maintained positive margins. We have grown organically and we have bootstrapped for quite a while. This limits our growth. So we're looking for potential partners within the MIT Solve network to help expand our impact across the continent. Our team of more than 30 people, led by myself and my co-founder, Martin, are a passionate management team that is dedicated to making a difference for the unconnected in Africa. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Catherine Macmillan. I'm the founder and CEO of Hello World. And at Hello World, we partner with communities to provide them with unlimited access to internet, power, educational software, and hardware. Hello World came about when I was living and working in Nigeria, and there, as in so many other communities that I'd worked with across Africa, I found derelict, disbanded school buildings built by well-intentioned philanthropists, but falling into disrepair. The reason for this is that it's expensive and time-consuming to manage and maintain a school ad infinitum, and people run out of energy to keep it up. But also teachers won't go to the hardest to reach and most disadvantaged communities. Beyond that, more broadly, there are 69 million too few teachers to hit our woefully low global education targets. And all of that means that 265 million children are going without their basic human right of an access to education. I became totally preoccupied with this problem. And around this time, I came across the research of Sugata Mitra. Sugata Mitra was trying to work out how far a child could take their education in the absence of schools and teachers. And the results were mind-blowing. They blew even his own expectations. He found that children could become effectively autodidactic using the internet and hardware. And we coupled his research with our experience in community-led development. And then the Hello Hub was born. A Hello Hub is a community-built, outdoor, solar-powered, internet-connected computer kiosk that's loaded with world-class educational software, has 8 rugged touch screens for everyone to use in the community, day and night. And they are used by children and adults to stay in touch with the world, problem solve, share their story, and learn. There are about 1,000 people using each Hello Hub in Uganda and Nepal, where we've started to roll out Hello World. But we see benefit across the entire community in terms of education, but also job creation and well-being. We've started to wonder if there should be a Hello Hub in every remote and marginalized community. And that's where MIT Soul comes in. We're hoping to partner with you so that we can advocate for our work, reach a wider audience with our How to Build a Hello Hub guide, so that other people can benefit from our knowledge and our engineering and replicate what we've done so far, but also so that our team at Hello World can start to scale up into new territories. We have an incredible team in Uganda, Nepal, London, and New York. And we are scaling up the team at the moment, ready to take Hello World to scale. With an injection of your expertise and network at MIT Soul, I think that we'd be really well positioned to do that. Thank you so much for your time.
The trouble with invisible disabilities is you can't see them. You can't see that they're everywhere. For example, 1 in 5 people has a dyslexia, ADHD, or another learning disability that makes reading really challenging. For this 20% of the population, the digital economy has actually created new barriers to their success. 100 years ago, it didn't matter if you had dyslexia because there were so many great jobs, no matter whether you could read or not. But in the modern economy, all of the best jobs are reserved for people with really strong reading ability. So neurodiverse populations are at risk of being left behind. At Beeline Reader, we've created a research-backed technology that makes reading more inclusive and allows people with reading challenges to succeed in schooling and high-powered careers like they never thought possible. Best of all, it's really simple and it works in any language. Here's what it looks like. Instead of using plain black text, we use color gradients that wrap from one line to the next, assisting visual tracking and pulling your eyes through each paragraph. This technique works in any color, including in night mode. And this simple tweak makes a huge difference for people who struggled with reading for years or even decades. Access to our technology allows people to succeed in jobs and in school like never before. Beeline is catching on around the globe. It works in any language. It works on any device, even feature phones. It works online or offline. And as you can see from this chart, it works absolutely anywhere, except Antarctica. We're still working on that. As for our business model, we have issued patents in the US and abroad, which protect our innovation. And we have 2 revenue streams, B2C and B2B. We sell apps and plugins to consumers so they can convert documents and websites into Beeline format. But our biggest impact is through our B2B licensing. Integrating our technology is really easy, which allows us to rapidly scale our impact. Through our existing licensees, Beeline is available for free to millions of people around the world. We've been adopted by the world's largest OER textbook platform, as well as Blackboard's accessibility suite. And we've got great momentum with several new partners in the last few months alone. We're especially excited about our upcoming launch with Adovo, a social impact company focused on prison education and rehabilitation. We're a financially sustainable company thanks to our B2B revenue that's growing at 60% year over year. And we've accomplished all this with a team that's small but scrappy. we would love to join the MIT Solve community to connect with new partners and continue to make the digital economy more inclusive for everyone. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sarah Taire Badisha, the founder and CEO of Akabox. In Uganda, there are over 2 million village saving and loan association groups, and these are part of the 1.7 billion unbanked people in the whole world. These are informal groups that come together for purposes of saving and borrowing from each other. And their money is always kept in boxes because these are illiterate Ugandans in sub-Saharan Africa with poor record-keeping system. Their money is prone to theft and can be eaten up by rodents, and also fire can get in and take away this money. And yet, in formal financial institutions, they don't access any form of banking. So for 10 years, I've worked in the bank. In 2017, I saw this. I decided to leave my banking position and go out to help out these women, the refugees, and the unemployed youth. So what is Akabox solution? The Akabox is a digital financial inclusion system that enables smallholder farmers in rural communities to manage and monitor their savings together. So we start by enabling these groups, each group to open an account within the formal financial institution within their reach. And we give them a handheld device. Every group is given a handheld device like this. And every member has an NFC card. And with the system, they are able to capture balances, savings, pay debt, get loan, pay fine, and emergencies. And for every transaction, a receipt is issued out for transparency purposes. The system can be uploaded on a feature phone and a smartphone. And these members of these groups can be able to send messages to institutions, formal bank institution, and also can receive SMS. Those are messages regarding their balances from the institutions. Our value proposition is job creation and also increased income and improved livelihoods. Akabox roadmap is we started in 2018 with 5 groups, 150 members. Here we are 2021 with 52 groups and 2,520 users of Akabox system. We hope to be at over 60,000 users by 2025. Akabox team is comprised of 5 people, 3 ladies and 2 gentlemen. I'm the lead person, and we have a software developer, system analyst, marketing and research, and a business analyst. Thank you.
My name is Ed Cable, and I'm the President CEO of the Mephos Initiative, a fintech nonprofit democratizing financial services. We must not only provide access to the 3 billion underbanked, but enable meaningful usage of financial services to improve livelihoods. What guides us is our shared vision of 3 billion Maries, inspired by Marie Claire of Rwanda, who through microcredit triumphed over HIV and the death of her husbands to start 2 businesses and build a home for her family. To achieve this, a disruptive approach was needed, uniting a global community, innovating on open source building blocks to commoditize banking infrastructure, enabling financial services to be embedded anywhere and everywhere. Only by providing this foundation and harnessing the power of community can we enable a virtuous cycle to unlock scale and catalyze innovation. Our building blocks, recognized as digital public goods, empower any organization anywhere to embed any financial service to any customer via any channel. Whether you're an MFI delivering loans via field officers, a purely digital neobank or fintech providing digital credit, or a government digitizing its social protection programs, we provide the common functionalities to create customers, manage wallets, savings, and loan accounts, orchestrate payments, and maintain the financial ledger and reports. Open source from the ground up, our building blocks are delivered as APIs along with reference web and mobile apps for staff and customers. They can be deployed as a full solution or used as Lego blocks to build any fintech app. With commoditized modern core banking infrastructure, providers can focus and invest in customer-facing innovation. Our community, anchored by partners building market-driven solutions, yet augmented by volunteers, provides the scale, last-mile reach, and redundancy to achieve our mission. Through upstream-first development, we unlock a virtuous cycle where everyone collectively maintains the core, creating a multiplier effect greater than any one vendor alone. This openness not only enables the flow of code and innovation, but ideas and business models to fuel sustainability and local economic growth. To progress towards a world of 3 billion Maries and achieve the SDG of no poverty by 2030, we have an ambitious vision to reach 500 million individuals, guiding a marketplace of hundreds of solutions maintained by a global fintech developer community numbering in the thousands. Having reached a critical inflection point, becoming a solver would be transformational for our community, enabling funding to resource effectively to meet high demand, opening doors to new partnerships, and executing on revenue generation strategies for sustainability. I've led our community the past 15 years, guiding local partners with on-the-ground knowledge and platform expertise to enable the flow of innovation, which in turn drives the flow of capital to the base of the pyramid. Thank you.
Anna and Teresa are smallholder farmers who've just joined an all-women cooperative. They didn't have credit history, so they couldn't get credit for fertilizer and seeds to grow better crops. Only 0.6% of Mozambican farmers got access to credit last year. We're all going to need farmers to produce more food in the future. And the land is there, but it's being wasted because of inefficiency and a lack of liquidity. Anna's cooperative needs credit, but it also needs access to market. Last year, a pig ate their crop forecasts, so they couldn't pre-sell to buyers. So our comprehensive solution builds a bridge to the digital economy. It gives farming communities access to markets through digital forecasting. It builds a digital history for access to credit and inputs. Buyers, merchants, and lenders get real-time data and vouchers, taking the risk and cost out of lending, buying, and distribution. We're seeing 30% month-on-month growth in 3 countries and getting rewarding feedback from customers. I've brought together leading talent from the communities we're supporting, along with world-class financial technology. I've built core banking and payment systems and businesses, and I'm a leading blockchain expert advising the UN and central banks. I'm Sophie Blackstad, Hive Online CEO. In my banking career, I saw firsthand how difficult it is for banks to reach African farmers. Like Anna, many women don't have phones, so we leverage social structures like cooperatives and savings groups to make sure nobody's left behind. Every group member gets an account with an identity, a wallet, and a digital history, using a minimum of 1 device per group. Our customers can't rely on connectivity, so it doesn't need internet and works partially offline with very low data use, but it's built on a robust blockchain fund manager with machine learning behind the digital history. So the data is reliable and can't be altered. This is the foundation for the future distributed economy, so farming communities can become sustainable and financially independent. We make our money from partners, keeping costs of farmers low. We're a for-profit and expect to be self-sustaining from the end of 22. We've been invited into Lebanon by Save the Children, with agreed projects in Nigeria with Mercy Corps and in Kenya. This gives us access to 30% of Africa's 50 million smallholder farmers and their ecosystems. We need MIT's support as we navigate regulations and legal structures to license our native digital money, and as we build economic models with benefits beyond traditional monetary value. Your support for our distributed identity management would also be great, and we'd love your help building partnerships. We hope you'll join us and these women building the sustainable agricultural economy for tomorrow.
Hello, I'm Sucheta, the team lead for JumpToPC, an affordable and accessible personal computing solution for low-income households. Over the last few years, increased smartphone penetration has done wonders, especially in rural India. Kids make and post TikTok videos from remote villages that get millions of views. But for most of them, this is their only participation in digital India. 90% of Indian households do not own a computer. Can you imagine mastering Python with just a smartphone, or even making a basic presentation or spreadsheet without a laptop? This is the digital divide we hope to bridge with JumpToPC. JumpToPC augments existing household devices to create an at-home personal computing experience without Wi-Fi. Our hardware pairs a user's smartphone and television and includes a keyboard and mouse to help her move from tapping to typing. The JumpToPC software creates a personalized computer interface designed for the mobile-first user with a library of relevant tutorials, free content, and tools to further develop her digital skills. Studies show that the learning curve for new technology decreases rapidly when A, there isn't a need for extensive training. With JumpToPC, she uses her own devices at home, so she feels comfortable to explore. And B, if there is cost to use it every day. With online platforms creating new content daily and e-learning during the pandemic, JumpToPC provides a better interface for everyday study and practice, providing a gentle learning curve towards digital inclusion for all. At 20% the cost of a laptop, JumpToPC is affordable for most middle to low income families. It is compatible with all segments of smartphones and TVs, and we're curating more regional content so our user can learn in the language of her choice. It is not a parachute technology. During the pandemic, many laptops were donated to low-income families, but without training, they went unused and were later resold. As SOLVE 2020 finalists, we carried that momentum and connected with many schools and community groups and did the hard work on the ground to now be present in over 3,000 homes. Several schools have even bundled JumpToPC in their fees. One recent success story was where one of our initial users, Anita, used JumpToPC for her online learning and aced her entrance exam, receiving a coveted medical scholarship. If we're selected this year, we look forward to building new partnerships in the SOLVE community to improve our product and reach 25,000 homes by 2022. Our diverse team is uniquely experienced at serving these families, and we know that with SOLVE, we can expand the reach of JumpToPC and make a great leap towards digital inclusion for all. Thank you.